What do we make of?
Like, what grown man who sweats all the way down the piss? That's
it's so
in the parking lot. When you know what's so funny? This can be like actually a charge because the kids there.
Indeed.
a 1,000%, and it might be.
A sex
It might be,
offender.
it'd be a sex offender.
Is he, Cap, you make a good point. Is he pissing into his car?
It looks like it. He's also pissing away every last chance that'll be a Hall of Famer. He ain't coming back
might.
from this.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. I'm Pierce Simpson. Thank you for joining us for today's episode. We'll talk about whether or not LiAngelo Ball is ready for the NBA and if Johnny Manziel should take his talents up north of the border. But before we get you see,
No one knows.
I'm joined here by Complex Sports Editor, Mr. Adam Caparel. Cap, how you feeling, man?
We're doing all right today.
You doing all right today? You lost some money last night? You was like, I'm
Yeah,
okay.
we took a night off.
Oh, okay. All right. Took a night off.
Charging the batteries for the weekend.
Not mad
Opening
at
day tomorrow. A lot of day baseball tomorrow.
Got to help our friends.
Baseball's back.
Baseball's
Baseball's back, baby.
It seemed like it just ended. Next to Adam Caparel is
I'm
Mr.
only clapping because I have no idea.
Gilbert Arenas.
You got baseball running through your veins.
got-
I know. I do.
baseball.
I have it.
Why did he squeeze?
I had to
all
squeeze that
ace-
blood, that baseball blood that I didn't want to use.
Could have used.
Do you know that's not how that works, right? So you just squeeze it and just like baseball. Just,
This is baseball blood.
that is called that's called steroids.
Wakanda.
Oh man,
Steroids.
this guy. I'm glad y'all are doing great. But to start things off, we want to talk about whether or not an NBA team will draft LiAngelo Ball because he is throwing his name into the 2018 NBA draft. Of course, he is the middle child of the Ball brothers. Lonzo is playing with the Los Angeles Lakers right now, number 2 overall pick in last year's draft. LaMelo is the youngest. LiAngelo scored 72 points recently and 11 rebounds in a 159-115 victory over in Lithuania. I can't even pronounce the team that they're playing.
Guangdong.
Say that again?
Guangdong.
Impressive. That was really good. LiAngelo is expected to work out for some NBA teams and participate in a pro basketball combine in May in front of team executives. So, question for all the fellas here.
No.
Okay.
No.
Hell no.
Wow. So,
You're
that's the question to which team, if any, will draft
there's
LiAngelo
none.
Ball. Okay.
You're a 6'5", small forward with a 34-inch vertical that's trying to be a shooting guard in the NBA, but you didn't show none of those skill levels in Lithuania.
So 72 points doesn't account for anything?
Okay, if you average 15 points in an above average high school league, and then you enter your name in a draft and you score 72, it's called staged. Like if you looked at the crowd, there wasn't many people there. This was a big baller presented game, and you're in Lithuania. How are you playing Guangdong Tigers? That's a Chinese team.
Yeah.
In this league, which I personally know that type of team,
Yeah.
and they are the champions. That's where Yi plays from. That wasn't that team. That was a level D developmental,
Like the
15 to 17-year-old team
Yeah.
that he played against. And pretty sure they gave him the ball every single play so he can score as much as he wants, so we can look at it like, oh my God, he's killing over there.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he took 51 shots yesterday to get the 72 points. The Guangdong Tigers, you said champion Yi. Are you talking about Yi Jianlian, the
Yes,
NBA player?
yes, that's his team.
That's his team. Aaron Brooks used to play with the Guangdong Tigers as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing in the NBA.
Yeah, they're the top notch.
Yeah, so that team that LiAngelo.
No. Those are baby boys right there. Those are little kids right there. I'm pretty sure
It
nobody
was like lower than the G League.
Yeah.
G League. No. Okay.
The man said above high school.
Above high school is the Lithuania team. That team right there is like the 14, 15, 16-year-old players.
Wow.
That's trying to. They're not the overseas Guangdong team.
Yeah.
They're not the B team. They're not the C team. Those are the little kids. Like if you look at them, you're like, they look like some little kids. That's what they like. It's like a 15 to 18-year-old trying to make the second squad. That's what that team was.
Now, Cap, you said hell no. He said no. I'm going to just throw out a hypothetical. What if a team in the second round says, we can generate some interest, let's draft LiAngelo to our squad, stash him in the G League?
No.
He's not G League, but like you didn't even you're not. You average 15 points
15.7, yes.
in Lithuania. Like I can say if you was averaging 30, 40, Maybe.
But a 72-point performance isn't nothing to account for. He also did it in high school.
Come on, it's against 14-year-olds. Like, come on, you have to bring this fake game. This is a fake game. This is a staged game. Like, hey, yo, Pierce, look, we're going to play against your boys. Look, I want you to cross me over. I'm going to fall, make it look all good. That's what that type of game is. You remember the younger brother, the one he coached, the younger brother, LaMelo, he scored, 50 in their last big baller game.
Right.
But they can't do that in a regular season game.
Should we run down all the reasons why he will not get drafted?
Run him down, Caparel.
All right, first of all, he can shoot okay. All right, so you want to just say it? He sucks.
Okay.
But, I mean, for NBA standards, yes. He can shoot the ball okay, but he's not a great athlete, can't put the ball on the floor. His size is good for a two-guard, but he doesn't have the athleticism to be a good two-guard. Yeah. And remember Woj put out that tweet, when news broke that he was taking his talents to Lithuania?
Yeah.
Woj said that he had no shot whatsoever being drafted come June. So if Woj tweeted this in December, why has anything changed despite 72-point performances and all that other stuff?
I mean, 72.
Also, one more stat I'll give you. The NBA Draft.net's big board, the top 100 prospects, where do you think LiAngelo Ball falls?
Not on that list.
Exactly, yes. Number 100 on that list is Trayvon Blewett from Xavier. He's one of the top 10 finalists for the Naismith Award.
Wow.
So one of college basketball's best players will not get drafted.
Yeah.
How is LiAngelo Ball?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, even with the 72, it's like if 72 was in a regular game against the Lithuania, like I can understand. But don't bring some bottomless team over here just to show that you're scoring hundreds and hundreds of points and you're killing over it. You average 15 in a bottom seed team, in a bottom seed league.
Could
like 15, like you was better off just staying in fucking high school again. Like you wasn't gonna start at UCLA. You was barely gonna play there. That's why you hopped over there. And I'm pretty sure he thought he was gonna ball out to the point. That's why you haven't heard shit from. We don't even know when their game. I thought they played more than 9 games.
Are you on Facebook?
No.
Then that's why you don't see the games.
That's where
they're televised.
Oh.
Yeah. Have y'all watched their reality show at all?
No. Hell no.
That's what this 72 was for reality, probably. Yeah. Trying to trick everybody because nobody knows the Guangdong Tigers. So you like, all you see is 72
Exactly,
points.
yeah.
Like, nah, that wasn't ye and them motherfuckers. Stop that shit.
So
right there.
no G League future either?
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe at some point. But
No.
I mean, every town evaluator that gets asked about LiAngelo's prospects says like he can maybe get stashed in Europe.
No, where he is right now, averaging 15 points, he's barely the man there.
Yeah.
Europe is at least 3 years away. Maybe 2. He has to be
like
a 2
good
guard.
level Europe is 3.
Yeah, he has to be a 2 guard. You're 6'5". You cannot try to post up 7-footers.
And
clown.
I
Fucking clown. Like I watch him, he's trying to post up 7-footers. Like you're not in AAU anymore. You're not the biggest dude on the court and you're trying to bully players. Like adapt now. Like, and I thought when he went overseas he was gonna adapt, try to be a 2 guard, play the point a little bit. No, he's sitting there trying to post up players there too. Like, get the fuck on. Jesus Christ.
I can't wait for the day that
I can't wait to him try to post up Embiid. Like, yeah. Like, this ain't fucking AAU. You're the biggest dude on the court, you fucking.
I can't wait for the day that Gilbert's doing draft analysis and his simple analysis is he sucks. He sucks. That's
like people are just afraid to sit. Listen. He sucks, yo. Like, okay, he got to UCLA because it was a.
Actually, I got a way for LiAngelo to get to the NBA.
What?
We talked about it earlier. It's called steroids.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, because steroids is gonna make him grow 6'9". Like, no, get the fuck out of here. It's not gonna help his 34-inch vertical.
Yo, y'all are fun.
Steroids.
Can't hurt.
He's gonna be just like me, playing it on NBA 2K19. That's the way he's gonna get in the NBA.
All right. That is fair.
Probably true.
My player.
Hey,
get ready. 2019, my player. You can put yourself on the Lakers.
I'm with it. We alluded to earlier a potential former first-round quarterback trying to make the transition back into the NFL, but he may only have one option, and that's up north across the border. And we're going to talk about that on the pull-up. Heisman Trophy winner and former first-round pick of the Cleveland Browns, Johnny Manziel, is still pursuing his comeback into the NFL. He was released by the Cleveland Browns amid a variety of different scandals, controversies, alleged drug use, but he seems to be back on the straight and narrow. He had a pro day recently at Texas A&M where he threw passes to first-round pick prospect Christian Kirk. There was a ton of NFL executives there. He also participated in San Diego's pro day, but he said recently, quoted as, He's not just focused on solely an NFL comeback. He might go to the CFL. His quote was, "All I can do is block it off. If something that pops up, it pops up. And if not, I don't get the opportunity to go back to the NFL. I'm going to play in the CFL, and things are going to be fine. One way or another, one day down the line, I'll get back to exactly where I want to be because I'm not going to stop until I do." He was also alleged to be playing in the potential spring league that would take place in Austin, Texas. But with everything going on, what do we make of Johnny Manziel's approach to get back into the NFL? What, did you just on a roll today, giggling?
No, I'm just saying.
You're just giggling at people's dreams today.
Where is this delusion? What's going on in the water? I mean,
What do you mean?
Huh?
Why you say delusion?
Gelo, him. They're just. What's the delusion?
Yeah, but
man?
Johnny had actual like
Talent.
pro talent.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah, until you
he
start,
had NFL talent.
Yeah.
until you
Heisman
start
Trophy
sniffing and getting in trouble. Like if the league allows him back in, I don't know what to think.
Are you saying allow him back
Like with
in over a guy
domestic violence and big time drug use. Like leopards don't change their stripes. If you're a party animal, you're a fucking party animal. You're not gonna change overnight.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna. It doesn't switch off like that.
Okay, true. There's a track record that he has to kind of overcome with teams, but he says he's taking the necessary steps and he's taking on a day-to-day process and month-to-month, blah, blah, blah. But as we've seen time and time again with the NFL, especially at quarterback position, if you can play in any way, shape, or form, they're going to find some way for you to be in a roster.
Yeah, but this is, we're part of the Me Too campaign, the women's movement. He has domestic violence, and you're actually thinking about it. Like, I want to see what the women outrage is, because if you can sit here and say, with all of this baggage, we're going to give you a shot, but someone like Cap, who's never actually been in trouble.
No, it's ridiculous.
Nah,
crazy.
like it's like NFL and the NFL fan base, y'all some weird motherfuckers.
But we know how the NFL
I'm sorry, y'all some weirdos.
But we know how the NFL is different and backwards. I read a quote yesterday where they kind of make this case that first-round quarterbacks usually get 3 shots. And we saw former first-round pick Brandon Whedon, who was actually older than every prospect in the draft.
26 when he got drafted.
Yeah, he's 34 now. He just re-signed with the Houston Texans. So if he gets a shot, I'm certain that Johnny Manziel will probably get a shot in the future. And he said that he's been battling with bipolar disorder. He's good. He's on the straight and narrow. So
Johnny
And that's
Manziel is
it.
also the most successful Browns quarterback in like the last 5
Yeah.
years. Which is
But I
like,
mean, does that change? Did they fix your bipolarism?
he's taking medication for it. He says he's
Yeah, he said-
seeing therapists and taking medication and staying on the straight and narrow. So
Can we
I
talk
heard he
about-
was in Vegas taking medication for it too.
Can we talk about that term he said? He said bipolarism. I was like, wait, what? Gilbert Arenas a doctor, everybody. It's like bipolar.
I thought if you add ism to it all, it just makes
That's just how it works.
Yeah.
But there's reports that he met with the New England Patriots met with him before the Texas A&M workout and after the Texas A&M workout. And Mike Evans, who recently became one of the highest paid wide receivers in the NFL, vouched for Johnny Manziel, said that he should be a starting quarterback. So
all the A&M guys vouch for Johnny.
Yeah.
Von Miller has always been a huge proponent of him. So all his college guys, say Johnny deserves another shot. Johnny has a talent. Johnny should be in the NFL.
of course,
You're not buying it.
you're not buying.
It just seems weird to me.
But what bothers you the most about this?
Is it the
Is it the Kaepernick parallels?
just
Or
it's
like-
all of it together. It's like, what do you guys stand for? Like, I don't understand what you guys stand for. You guys, you got so much domestic violence that you play like you don't look at, but it's out there. I mean, you got drug use, you got all this stuff, and then like, it's okay.
You know what they stand for? They stand for Johnny Celebration.
Yeah, money. That's it. That's it.
But it's just, yeah.
But if Johnny does go to the CFL, will the spotlight still be on him? Will people still be looking to see if he's successful to maybe transition back to the NFL, or will he just be able to go up there, remain secluded, and just play?
You don't think ESPN's not going to lead sports?
No, they're gonna follow him. They're gonna follow him in his journey to see how he's doing. I mean, first touchdown is gonna be.
You wouldn't tune in to watch a CFL game that Johnny was the starting quarterback? I would.
I don't even know who the fuck he is.
Johnny,
You know who Johnny Manziel is.
you know who
I
Johnny.
didn't watch the fucking Browns, nor did I watch football when he was playing in it.
But you know,
I just started watching
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, because
Yes.
You know what?
Because-
To his credit, though, since he got out of bounds, he started watching more NFL.
No,
yeah, but he wasn't there this year.
But you're saying you wouldn't have any curiosity factor of checking or seeing a highlight of how he did or how he looked.
I don't know. I mean, was he good before
He won the Heisman Trophy in college.
Was he good as a pro?
That's debatable,
yeah,
but he was a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Like Mike Vick. Like, I knew who Mike Vick was. So if Mike Vick played anywhere, I would have watched him.
Yes, Vic's a different story and different talent altogether.
Sometimes his football knowledge is either 2018 or 2004. It's
Whatever
no
year
middle
Madden-
ground. It's
yeah.
like 2004 and
Whatever.
2018.
Yeah, that's right.
What's the last Madden you picked up?
2004.
See, it's like those two.
2004. I'm not going to lie.
We should keep it real. All right, keeping it locked with football. Vikings coach Mike Zimmer on Tuesday talked about the health of his former quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. Is it cool for coaches to get personal about their ex-players? Time for fair or foul. All right, so at the NFL owners' meetings Tuesday down in Orlando, Zimmer was asked questions about his former QB, Teddy Bridgewater, and he kind of got, maybe a little personal and kind of talked about some things that you wouldn't expect from a coach to talk about a former player. Bridgewater, we know, dislocated his knee in practice in 2016, had that horrible issue that kept him out for almost 15 months, made a quick return last year, but signed with the Jets this offseason for a deal that's incentive-laden if he can actually get himself back into the field. But here's Zimmer's quote. He said, "The reports I'd get back from the medical people weren't as positive as I was about it. That's kind of how it came down, is that his knee wasn't as, he still has some recovery to do. When I watched him in practice, he moved well. I didn't see limitations, but from what I was told, there was some, stuff to kind of be resolved and fixed." So we generally don't hear coaches get this in depth about their former players. Generally, they just kind of, don't talk about it, say no comment, blah, blah, blah. Zimmer and Bridgewater were told or reported to have a very close relationship because they drafted Teddy and they saw the development, blah, blah, blah. But are we calling fair or foul? And Mike Zimmer kind of talking freely about Teddy's knee issues that, maybe cost him some money or just, how fans view him and organizations view him.
I'm calling unintentionally foul. I don't think he had any malice in his heart whenever he discussed these comments at the owners' meeting. But it just changes the narrative completely if you're a Jets fan, right? If you're a casual Jets fan, you're saying to yourself, this guy's not healthy. Why are we paying him to get him out the door? And you know how fan perception works. If you continue to create that loud movement to the front office and say, we don't want this guy here, they'll just cut him. And if you're only guaranteed $500,000, it's a good chance you could be a cap casualty, especially if they take a quarterback at 3.
But if they already gave him $500,000 dollars guaranteed, that was probably because of the knee.
Yeah.
So they already had the concern of what this coach is talking about. So it really doesn't matter because it's not like they guaranteed him $5 million and now they're hearing about the knee. They already knew about the knee and they're saying, hey, here's $500,000. If you can do this, boom, 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 here's the money.
Yeah.
So, so what the coach is saying really has no effect on the player and, losing or gaining money because the contract is already done and it shows that they're worried about his knee.
I mean, of course, NFL teams do their homework and they know the issues ins and out. But again, very rarely do you hear a former coach, like put yourself, in your shoes. One of your former coaches talking about your knee issue once you went to a different team. Would you be cool with that?
But I'm already signed. But you got to remember, if he was a free agent and he's trying to sign, then yeah, if a coach says something about it, then yeah, I would be pissed. But I've already signed my deal, and now he's talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say, again, I love the honesty from these coaches. He was asked the question, he answered it. He gave some honest insights about how, I think ideally would have loved to have kept Teddy Bridgewater, but just, the front office said that the reports they got back weren't worthy enough of paying him the money. So I kind of like you, unintentionally foul. I mean, it wasn't meant, there's no malice behind it. He was honest and upfront with them, but at the same time, it's like Teddy went someplace else.
Exactly.
Let it be. You don't really need to be chiming in on the health of his knee.
But I mean, he's given the honest answer on why he didn't come back. It's not like one of those where you say, "Oh well, no comment."
Yeah.
It's like, I thought he looked great. I thought his knee was fine, but upper management said they didn't like the reports.
It would not shock me if there's a fine that comes down from the NFL where it will fall under the tampering provision, because recently Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys was asked about Sammy Watkins, and he said, "I can't comment on a player that's with another team." Teddy is obviously with another team, so maybe this could be a tampering thing. You never know. So just
generally, it's again, I think it's better off when they just don't, not just leave it alone. I know, again, your relationship with Teddy Bridgewater is obviously out there reporting like you guys are close, but you're not doing Teddy any solids by talking about, the reports we got back weren't that great. So,
but it doesn't say it depends on how the question was asked. If the question was asked aren't you and Teddy great, what's the name? He played great, this and this and this. How come you guys didn't bring him back?
I'm sure it's
and then so it depends on how the question is asked. We didn't bring him back because of upper management. Yeah. I thought he played great. I thought he was ready. He didn't have no limitations. He was a great. then they're like, well, upstairs
Yeah.
didn't think the same. That's probably how it was.
Cap, as a Jets fan, how do you feel about this whole situation?
With Zimmer talking about the quarterback?
With Zimmer?
Or just Teddy Bridgewater
Yeah.
on the roster? I mean, from my perspective, what we saw from Teddy when he was healthy was really intriguing.
Yeah.
And so I like the idea of the Jets taking a flyer on him, although they're probably going to take a quarterback in the number 3 draft slot. But there's also a glut of quarterbacks, so you can very easily see Teddy getting cut at some point during training camp or even before they get to training camp. So I like the idea of gambling on him. It's a no-lose situation for the Jets. You only have $500,000 guaranteed.
Yeah.
Incentives make it like potentially $9 or $15 million. I forget what the actual figure is. So, yeah, good job on their part. But if Teddy is not really healthy the way Mike Zimmer is alluding to, and also when Teddy was asked by Jets reporters if he's going to actually be practicing anytime soon, he was very cryptic and closed-mouthed about that situation. So the knee is still not even close to where it needs to be. So it's a good flyer to take, but I don't really have much hope that we're going to see what we saw out of Teddy 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's free roll.
That's
I mean,
tough.
as a Jets, you're just free rolling.
Yeah.
Get a cheap quarterback. If you don't get anything with the number 3 pick, you have him. If you do, he
Insurance.
doesn't play well,
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
insurance.
it makes sense, but I just don't think we're going to see anything out of him.
I don't think so either.
Anyway, all right, keeping it locked with the NFL. Steelers coach Mike Tomlin said that touchdown celebrations are, quote, not a good look. So, yes. So, again, speaking at the NFL owners meeting on Tuesday, Tomlin talked about how he doesn't like these touchdown celebrations and basically revealed that he is part of the fun police. So Tomlin said that he respects the league relaxing the touchdown celebration rules from a few years ago and that dances are entertainment for fans, but he's not feeling them personally, saying, quote, it takes away from the game. It's not a good look for young people. Young people aren't allowed to celebrate in that way, so why should we?
You know what? I understand why Belichick doesn't talk. Just don't say nothing. These coaches need to shut up. Just stop talking. You're making everything more difficult than what it needs to be.
It's just weird. I mean, I like the celebration because it's entertaining.
Of course.
Entertaining. It brings chemistry because you got to remember, instead of just Deion Sanders or whoever gets the touchdown, they walk into the end zone, they get all the praise. You got more of your teammates involved where y'all can do all of, because it's like they know who's going to score touchdowns for the most part. So they're all trying to figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to be a part of this. So it makes it more team camaraderie.
Right.
So it's like, I think it's great for the game.
I mean, the Steelers did a bunch of these coordinated, touchdown celebrations. We have like 5 or 6 examples we could rip off. I thought they all sucked just because they were poorly choreographed and like kind of lame. But when teams do them, they are fun, they're entertaining. I'm glad the NFL relaxed the celebration rules. I get what Tomlin says in that you can't do these celebrations in college. I'm assuming you can't do them in high school football. I'm sure like the lower levels, they don't allow these. But like these guys are professionals. They're the best athletes in the world. Let them pimp out. Let them celebrate. Let them, if you score a touchdown, yes, celebrate.
Like if you don't want them to celebrate, keep them out of the end zone.
Exactly, yes.
And that's just you don't want them to keep their asses out of there.
I mean, the Steelers, again, like a conservative organization. Tomlin's like very old school, so I get where he's coming from. But like in the grand scheme of things, who fucking cares?
I don't understand how is it taken away. How is it taken away from the game? While they're celebrating, shouldn't your defense be coming on and kick the fucking ball off and go tackle some shit?
That's who they need to worry about in Pittsburgh. The defense. They don't need to worry about the offense.
I think that's all bullshit. Like setting a good example for the kids. Like they shouldn't be get out of here. With
Like,
have you seen Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Exactly.
That's who they're looking at. They don't care about these touchdown
There's
celebrations.
much worse things the teams are looking at.
You know how like the offense, they know they're gonna score a touchdown, so they're playing.
Yeah.
I love when like the defense gets a fumble, turn it back. The big guys don't know what to do.
All right.
They just run around just being fat.
But real quick, you're on the AAU circuit. Do you see kids celebrating like the NBA players?
No, basketball it's hard to have like a celebration. So you have more antics.
Yeah.
You have to hit the three, you have to chest pump, defense, hit the floor. Like you just have a bunch of little antics that, kids do and NBA players do. You don't have great celebrations.
Was that another Coach K shot? Slap the floor?
No, that's just, remember back in school,
Yeah, I
the
remember.
defensive guy,
Duke did it in the tournament.
slap the floor, you sit here, hit him with a crossover, he's done. Get out of here.
There's no
Get out of here,
choreographed.
silly. It's always the littlest guy, too.
Like, excuse me, let me go to the rack real
Let
quick.
me go to the rack, little guy.
No choreographed celebrations.
No, you don't really have that. You have you got James Harden with the stir fry, but it's not like he goes into I'm gonna hit him with the stir fry. Like as soon as I hit these threes, it's just part of the game.
Yeah. You did the chest bump after you scored like 56 in Phoenix.
Huh?
You banked in a 3 and then you started doing that.
Yeah, because of King Kong. But I wasn't planning on doing that. I usually did the hibachi, like I'm heating up. The hands just heating up. You know, it was just one of those.
Oh man, listen, back to Pittsburgh. They need to figure out how to pay Le'Veon Bell a long-term deal rather than these touchdown celebrations.
Friend of the program.
That's just me. Yeah.
That's where Juju Smith's from, right?
Yeah, he goes.
Yeah, I love Juju. He's funny.
Juju was involved in all those
Yeah,
celebrations.
Juju Smith, come on the show anytime you like.
He's funny. I like him.
He's always chasing LeBron, so I have to respect it. But that wraps up the latest edition of Out of Bounds with Chris Simpson, Adam Caparell, Gilbert Arenas. We'll see you tomorrow. This is Out of Bounds.
I mean, he has.
LeBron can just pick any. He wore a shoe with pony
No,
hair
listen.
on it.
I just like the fact that I like the fact that they're really bringing out different colorways.
Me too.
They're adapting
Yeah.
the different style that they took from me in 06.
Oh wow.
Oh, excuse us.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I was the first person with 20 different colorways.
Oh wow.
You know-
Spicy. Talk your talk.
You know, so I'm
Business tats.
Yeah.
you know, so I'm very into what he's doing.
Before
now.
you know it, he's going to
different, you know, like because
He
you gotta
can say
remember,
James Naismith bit him.
like in the shoe world, you know, when he plays a game, that's all they care about. Like, you know, it's like even Tucker. I want to be the best shoe collector because he doesn't have a deal, so he gets to wear all these exclusive Jordan type shoes.
Yeah.
I did that.